Hello everyone, welcome back to the Case of the Golden Idol. We left off on a quick interruption last time because, well, I'm not going to get into that. This is going to be a happy time because today's going to be a double stream day to make up for last time. So, let's see, where were we? I believe we were here. Yes? Yes, we were. Let's solve this case, and then I'll get into the next one, and then we'll finish this off, and then get into another game today. I'm not sure which one yet. Let's see. We've identified the people. Now we need to identify who was where. Ooh, hold on. The tablet I use to keep track of chat is being a little finicky. Just a moment. Alright, that should fix it. Sorry about that. Hi, Vodka. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad you could make it here. Now, let's see. Yes, I need to identify where everyone was at the time. In order to do that, we need to look at their alibis. First up, Leopold. At the time, he says, had a glass of sherry with dreams in the library. Woke up, found the butler on the floor, entered the salon and found the body. When the body was found, Leopold is the loyalist, and he was in the salon because he found it. He also woke up the butler in the library and told him to raise the alarm. Next up is Gideon. This one. Went and drank tea in the tea house. Master Turner come into the chess house. Okay, so that means that both Gideon, the young man, and Ergen the prince were both in the tea house. Now all we need to do is identify where the general, the doctor, and the gardener were. Let's see. Billiam. Well, we can put the gardener at the flower beds. Now we just need the doctor and the general. They were both in the chess house at the time, yes? Perfect! Now all we need to do is fill this in. this is gonna be a pain in the butt. Okay, well, first things first. Let's see if we can't go one step at a time. There's supposed to be 12 of these. Okay. And this guy has one of them, which means that he stole one of the seals. From the salon. Okay. Let's see. Gideon. Went to drink tea. Interesting design of the chess house. Next to the butler. It doesn't... Huh. It doesn't say where he was at the time of the alarm being raised. Interesting. Spicy smelling ornamental box. Hold on a moment. I need to check something. This is the chess house. This is the tea house. Spicy smelling tea, you say? Huh. Okay. Hear me out here. In the tea house, let's say Ergen managed to distract Gideon and drug his tea with the spice. That way he could sneak away and steal the seal off the shelf. Huh. The whites of his eyes are pink. He was drugged by Black Poppy. So we know that Leopold was drugged. And the only person who could be in the same room with him would be James. In the library. Now James is talking about a button. See, the thing about that button is, while it is missing from his coat, it's been removed very neatly. So there wasn't a fight. So I think he stole the button for later. Now, look very closely at Gideon's stuff. He said he saw Lord Alistair leave the chess house. Alistair is the only one who doesn't have an alibi, does he? And James... Hear me out here. In the salon at around noon, Alistair Koch is the one who killed Augustus. And he planted the button on him in order to frame Leopold. But why? I'm glad you enjoy it so far, Vodka. Let's get a little more story. Like what? Sadly, this is the last chapter of the game, for now. There's going to be DLC coming out extremely soon, like, I think later this week. But for now, this is where it will end. The Triumph of the Order. Here is our dead man. No apparent wounds. He's not breathing. Print of Dusk. See, more to prevail. But we're not against the first virtue. I'd be very happy. Of the Order Party. Huh. Oh! Removed in a tribunal. Mistakes are very costly. Enforcer of the Order Party, David Gorin. Second virtue is also obviously laziness at work. That's a bit much. Process. Lies. Huh. God's wrath. The hell are they doing to these people? Merit exaction? That's another game on my list. I just don't have it in my library yet. But it is really fun from what I've seen. Never breach the fourth virtue. Know that I keep no secrets. Huh. Well, well. What do we have here? Gideon, Lothar, Walter. These three should be familiar. We'll look at those later. Music to my ears, Alistair. Control your emotions. You must never violate the first virtue. Let's see. Drank a full bottle of brandy at a picnic. Yikes. Kept the book Legacy of the Rose Dynasty in his study. Loyal service to the party. Huh. Right now, we need to find out how long it's been since the party came to power. Decide what the virtues are. Find out everything else. Find out how much each merit costs. For violation of each virtue, at least. Huh? I don't recognize that arrangement of symbols. Brandy and opium. What's this? Well, someone didn't do their math correctly. Violin. Some art. Yeah, that's Gideon in the picture, at least. Stories and autumn tales. So, fables? Well, we know that it's been 3 years since it came to power. Since the year 1792, when it gained a majority in Parliament and liberated our government from multi-party chaos, Order Party has worked hard to improve society. Despite the vast popular support, His Majesty refuses to acknowledge the authority of the party's tribunal. High Arbiter Lazarus Hearst has announced that in 2 months the party and its supporters will participate in a peaceful march to the current king's residence in order to demonstrate their virtue of moderation. Huh. Sloth is one of the virtues, obviously. First jobs in this one. Tobacco is not an indulgence. Literature is forbidden. We still have much to find out. Bangor Quinn. Oh my! Huh. That's not great. Walter Keane. Oh dear. Expelled from the party. Uh-oh. Walter's not going to be doing so hot. Yeah, lust is probably not a virtue, but an excessive. Let's see. Excessive lust. Moderation, perhaps? We'll find out in a moment. Lothar Richards held a dinner party a few years ago where he offered large amounts of wine to guests. Wait, I remember now. He's the father of Mary. Got angry during questioning and shouted at a high arbiter, revealed the whereabouts of his hiding fugitive descendant daughter Mary and her husband Peter. Huh. Hello, Serial! Welcome to the stream! Bailey, huh? Left his work at Tannery early, drank excessive amounts of gin at the Strawny Cat, drank excessive amounts of rum at the Old Oak. Oh dear. Josh isn't gonna have a good time, is he? Horace Webb. Not held down a job since the new regime, 60 instances of non-work. Claims he works in his castle helping his servants clean it, possesses 15 books, but wanted to donate his castle to the party, which is evaluated at plus 200 merit. Wow. And now we have Gideon Bell. Outrageous hairstyle. Broke down in tears 10 times during the questioning. Refused to start working. Okay. There should be one more. Ah, here we go. Where do you feel the new regime towards your diligence? Official report about the fourth virtue. Okay. So let's get some more context clues. Control your emotions. We must not violate the first virtue. So, let's see. Emotions in excess are bad. That word in excess is also bad. Secrets are bad for the fourth virtue. Let's see. Sloth. Literature is forbidden. Yes, so literature is in the fourth virtue. Mistakes are also a second virtue, as we can tell from this box. Let's see, art is third virtue, as is music. Okay, let's think here for a moment. Well, I'm guessing excessive fashion is a part of the third virtue, because that is god-awful. Oh, diligence. Mistakes at work, that's against diligence. And I'm guessing, no, not the souls. Sloth, too. Lies, perhaps, there. Untidiness. That's another third virtue. Or second virtue. Okay. Indulgence, perhaps? Okay. The opposite of secrets is the truth. And I'm guessing beauty is this one? Alright, that's a big one. The game isn't very long. I was supposed to finish it the other day, but something happened. And I've only been streaming for about 20 minutes. So I think yesterday I streamed for about an hour and a half. It's not a long game, but it's a great one, and there is DLC coming for it. Now, the next step is to figure out just how much is each demerit worth. Let's see. Sloth and untidiness and mistakes. So, with plus 10, his total is plus 4. If he took 2 of these, that would make these 3. Let's see here again. He has a plus 10 merit, and he has a plus 8 in total with 2 demerits. So, that would make secrets 1. Let's see here. Now this one's tricky. Oh yeah, I'm totally going to play another game after this. Don't worry. That was the plan. Today's going to be a double streaming day. That's why I started a little earlier than normal. Let's see. He kept a book and drank a bottle of brandy. Literature is a -1. So, if he indulged, that would be a breach of the first virtue. Which means that moderation is a 7. Ouch. Let's see here. And you, my friend. Here we go. With this, we can figure out music. Yeah, that's the plan. I'm not sure which one I should do, though. Hold on. Can I... From here, can I... I don't think I can. I'm trying to figure out if I can launch a poll from my tablet. Ah, well. Alright, so we have slap the sergeant in anger. That would be emotions. That's a -7 from his 20. Which leaves 13 left. So beauty is a 2? Awesome. Which one do you think I should continue? Omori or Bug Fables? Alright, now, with these numbers figured out, we can figure out how much each person gained or lost. So let's see. Fangor claims he had no wife. That is a lie, so that's 1. Has art. So that's 3 in total. Broke his wife's teapot in anger, so that's 10 in total because the first virtue is very much. Let's see. So 10. And lastly, oh my. He spent a night with the neighbor's wife? Yes. So that's -17 in total. And I can't figure out who's who yet. We only have to figure out one name, but I don't have any clues on who this person is. So maybe we'll find out by filling this in. Next up is Walter Keane. Oh, buddy. Flirted 3 times with different married women during the party convention. Let's say that it's minus... Oh boy. Okay, we can do this one easily. That's a 1. 3 times 7 is 21, so 22. And ridiculous headgear at 5 events is 32 demerits total. Good. Next up is Lothar. Okay, that's a -7 right there. That's 14 in total. He revealed the whereabouts of his daughter and Peter, which is 15, so he gets 1 merit. Good for you, Lothar. Next up is Mr. Bailey. Oh boy. This should be interesting. Left his work at the tannery early. Ouch. That is 3. Excessive drinking in 2 places. That's 14. So that's 17 total. Approached a married woman with an indecent offer. That is another 7. So, what is that? 20? 3, 14. You know what? That's 21, 24. Yeah, 24. 4 secrets, 4 lies. So 28. Minus 28. Alright. Horace Webb. This one should be interesting. We start at 200. Minus 15, that's 185. He lied once. So that's minus 16. Okay. 60 instances of not working. 60 times 3 merits. Oh god. 60 times 3 is 180. Plus 16 is 196. So he still gets plus 4 merits, but my guy, you should really start working before the party decides you're not worth it anymore. And let's finish this off. Gideon Bell. Let's see here. Outrageous hairstyle. That's 2. 10 times of breaking down in tears. That's 10 times of excessive emotions. Oh god. That's a 72 off the bat. 72 plus 15 is 87. 88. He lost 88 merits. Okay. Yeah, I agree. I think the dead guy is Gideon. Because during a tribunal, blank is judged to have the largest blank deduction in all tribunal history. So yeah, with a whopping minus 88, Gideon... Oh god, Gideon lost 88 merits in all history. Okay, it's been 3 years since the party came to power. We can put that in easily. But if that's Gideon, we just saw him like 3 years ago. How is he so old? That's how. It's not burning him. It stole his life away. The Order Party had seized power and now enforces the 4 maxims of virtue. Gideon was judged during the tribunal to lost 80 merits. Lazarus used the idol to decrease Gideon's youth by 80 years, making him 108. He died of old age. That idol stole years away from his life. On to the final chapter. A slight delay in a peaceful march to the king's castle. So first things first, here. A loaded and empty pistol. A bullet hole. And this man sitting in the swamps. Falling for the same trap as you did all those years ago. Straw men are your bane. So this older man shot Gideon in the back. Yes, it's Gideon. I misspoke, but crap. Now, here's an interesting little thing. Up here, during the thinking arc, everything's already filled in. But right now, with this awesome little toolbar, we can click one of these and go back to previous chapters for more information. I'm just going to come out and say it now. This right here is Gideon. I misspoke, and sadly, there's nothing I can do about it. But we have a lot left to figure out. A white pigeon. I have treated you unjustly after our long cooperation, so I will come alone in peace so we can discuss your compensation. A newly invented bicycle. Next up, over here. Lazarus has not returned for several hours. Comrades Alistair and James have gone to find him. If they do not return, we will organize more search parties to find the lost. In here. This appears to be Lazarus's tent. Lazarus Hurst. Lazarus, 32 things from me. I demand you return them. If you refuse, I will make the story of your true origins known to the other party leaders. At 11:30 on May 15th, meet me at the place the idol was stolen from our brotherhood, and poor Willard Wright met his death. Come alone and bring proof, something personal of yours, to give to the veiled woman. Tie a reply to the pigeon and release it from the cage. It will find me. Again, Edmund's journal. David Gorin. Nicholas Maker. Alistair Koch. James Turner. And Walter Keane. Now then, over here, we have a body lying in the grass. He's not breathing. He has a dented sword at his side, at the crossroads. Over here, this should look familiar. Several charred, mangled corpses. A new carriage that's horseless apparently, and a cannon. I guess you can guess what happened here. Over here, this guy should look a little familiar. Seems like Peter actually got with the girl. Harp. A book with 2 letters. Dear Mary, I know where your unworthy mate is hiding you. Soon I will free you from his dirty paws and ship him to the colonies while I put you on a pedestal of sweet praise, and you will become my ideal wife. 1795. This was just written, but Edmund is dead. Isn't he? Yes, Edmund was supposed to have died almost 20 years ago at this point. Fascinating. Ooh, shiny. Strategy meeting is planned. Lazarus. I know that seal. I know that seal all too well. So, let's see. Down here, we have good old Alistair Koch. Ah, the idol will no longer work. It's completely mangled and twisted. Not to mention the gem is gone. So we know that Alistair and James were fighting each other. And it looks like Alistair won. Now, let's see. Ah, over here. Welcome back to the Lucky Mermaid. First up, Ada Baker is here. Trying to kidnap the king? Huh. We found our veiled woman. It's Ada. You lost a cannon while How do you lose a cannon while gambling? How? How can you be that bad at gambling that you would lose a cannon? And it's correct that he lost the cannon. There's one missing from the boat. And it's most likely the one that was fired here. So, we have one more location to look. Here. This woman's gonna help us tie it all together. The watch is slowly ticking. Right now, it is 12:15. I know, right? Who bets a cannon? Okay, Capital Route morning report. 8 newfangled insurrectionist carriage passes by. At 8:30, an individual in the insurrectionist uniform passes by on new 2-wheeled contraption. At 10:15, 2 individuals in uniforms pass on horses. Okay, so at 8 o'clock, a new kind of carriage passes by this woman. That carriage is here. That's the only carriage of its kind. Let's see. No, not here. Not here. It's probably here. Nope, Alistair has it. No. No, wait, I know where it is. The horse has it. 10 o'clock is when the meeting is supposed to be. Right now, this woman's book says that at 10:15, two individuals on the uniforms passed by on horses. So, Lazarus never made it back to the meeting. Okay. Alistair never makes it back to the meeting, and the carriage is here. Which means one of these guys here has to be Lazarus. Someone shot him with a cannon! I love it. Okay. So, we know that early in the morning, Lazarus died here. At the manor. We also know that early in the morning, Lazarus went to the manor for some reason. That's everything we can find here. So, we know that Edmund was still alive. Become my ideal wife. Drinking since early this morning. We know Lazarus went here for some reason. Wait a minute. You're rich. Of course. When Edmund, quote-unquote, died, Peter inherited everything. At noon has to be fight. Which blue? There's like 4 blues. But, remember, at this point in time, we have Hubert dead. And at this point, Edmund is supposed to also be dead. We have Hubert, Edmund, Willard, and Peter. Peter's the only one left alive. Peter inherited the mansion. Peter was here. Alright, okay. Alright. So Peter was here. And in that case, that also means that Mary was here. Lazarus went to the manor to steal Mary. Mary Flatley, remember. They're married now, so she has to share his last name. Lazarus Hurst. In his letter, he called her the ideal wife. But Peter is alive, which means Peter Blatley killed Lazarus Hearst. That's hysterical when you think about it. The one guy who got pretty much nothing in the will ends up with everything in the end. Okay. Nope, not here. Back to the woman with the book. So at 8:30, an individual on the uniform passes by on the bike. But after that, 2 people pass at 10:15 on horses. We know that has to be Alistair and James. Alistair, Koch, and James Turner went out most likely to try to find Lazarus, because he was supposed to be back by then. If Lazarus had... Let's be real here. Lazarus would never let that idol out of his sight. He probably brought it with him to the mansion. Actually, that makes sense, and the cannon destroyed it. There we go. I mean, looking in the mansion, would you be able to identify these bodies? So yeah, the golden idol was destroyed by this point. So, at this point, we also know that Alistair killed James. Probably at the crossroads, because that's where James was lying. Now, we have to figure this out. This is the most important part of the puzzle. Look at James. Did these look for... Look at this guy. It's not James, trust me. Do those look familiar? Not here. Here. Dark Hand Steward. At this point, we know that Walter Keane is the Dark Hand Steward. You can't exactly get rid of a brand. So this has to be Walter Keane. It also makes sense. Straw men have always been this guy's bane. When's the other time that a straw man has been seen in the story? Right here. David was looking inside and found a straw man in the coffin. Alright. So, we know in the end, Walter Keane killed David Gorin. And this place would also look very familiar to you. It's the cabin. The old cabin in the end. Killed Lazarus Hearst at the manor. There we go. Okay. If Walter was hiding here, that means the pigeon belongs to him. half 11 on May 15th. Meet me in the place the golden idol was stolen from. Come alone, bring your proof. We know Walter Keene is here. We know David Gorin went to the cabin. Gorin went to the cabin for some reason. Most likely to try to kill Walter. Because Walter had blackmailed someone. Most likely Lazarus. You took 32 things from me. This is what ties it together. Walter lost 32 years of his life, and he wanted them back. Before coming to the king's castle with the order party, Lazarus led his men to Sebastian's old manor in order to kidnap his long-lost love, Mary. But she was hiding there with her husband, Peter. Upon entering the manor, Lazarus and his troops were confronted by a drunk Peter and a cannon he'd won while gambling. Peter blew up Lazarus and broke the idol and fled the scene with Mary. And now for the big reveal. Lazarus Hearst is Edmund. The party lost everything. Epilogue. The grand vision of a better world. At this point, this is confirming everything. This is Edmund. He is Lazarus Hearst. Let's see here. At first, let's see. At first, Willard Wright got his hands on the idol. So that means Sebastian Cloudsley originally left the idol to the Brotherhood in his will. But, that man looks a little familiar, don't he? It's David. Under the pseudonym of Ash Blair. So David Gorin killed never be late, be persuasive, be effective. Yes. Ash Blair, aka David Gorin, killed by Edmund, on Edmund's orders, most likely. He just wanted to steal the idol, but he accidentally stabbed Willard and killed him. This led to our next scene. Right here. Nope, that's not it. Nope. Nope. That ain't it. The Brotherhood of Masks. Unleash one of our stewards upon you. At this point, we know for a fact that Keen is the steward that they sent. So, the Brotherhood tasked Keen, let's see, Walter Keen, to punish and kill Edmund Cloudsley and recover the Golden Idol. Let's see. During one of the attempts, it's most likely that Keen actually got captured. During that time, Edmund would have convinced him to join his side. He then used the idol to make himself younger. And he infiltrated the Brotherhood with a new identity, a new life, Lazarus Hearst, stolen from another person. Then he claimed to be the Griffin Reborn and converted the Brotherhood into the Order Party to further his political schemes. Lastly, the 3 Brotherhood Masters. Well, 2 of the Brotherhood Masters. Alistair Koch and James Turner, the only surviving masters of the Brotherhood. They worked with him and helped him to seize power, as we see here. Well, we have Keen here. They helped Lazarus seize power. They enforced the rule of virtues amongst the people by taking away the years from the commoners and giving it to the Brotherhood members. They took their youth and gave it to the Order Party. Right before the showdown with the king, Lazarus wanted to kidnap his ideal wife, Mary Blatley. But Peter shot him with a cannon, and the idol was destroyed. And with that, we have finished the game for now. The DLC will be coming out very, very soon. And I will be doing that as soon as I get my hands on it. But for now, we're going to have to leave this game behind. So, I will see you guys in a few minutes while I go set up the other stream and decide what I should stream. So, see you in a little bit.